College basketball fans take aim at Christian colleges' LGBT policies after basketball teams 182-14 loss. A Christian college came under fire on Sunday after its men's basketball team suffered a humiliating 108 to 14 defeat at the hands of the North Dakota State. Oak Hills Christian College, a Minnesota school that plays in the Northern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference and the National Christian College Athletic Association, only had 6 points at halftime in the bizarre mid-season matchup. To add insult to injury, college basketball fans went after the school over its history regarding LGBT issues. Fans pointed out the school's LGBT prohibition passage on its Wikipedia page, and some wrote on X that the Bison should have captured the battle against the school. Here's the thing: Oak Hills Christian is a homophobic institution that was granted a Title I exemption to be allowed to discriminate against homosexual students. I wish they lost by more. Boardroom's Russell Steinberg wrote on X. Should have run the squad up, worse TBH, another fan added. I almost felt bad until I looked up the school, one more person wrote. Oak Hills Christian College has a positional statement on human sexuality and gender identity on the About section of its school page. We uphold the sanctity of marriage as God ordained it, and a special union between a biological man and a biological woman within which sexual relations are honored and affirmed by God, the school says. We have the convictions that all sexual union outside of marriage, as thus defined, are sinful. In dealing with sexual sins outside of marriage, we must be attentive to Scripture and therefore consistent in applying Oak Hills community policies to both heterosexual and homosexual situations. We affirm that God's original and ongoing intent and action is the creation of humanity manifest as two distinct sexes, male and female. However, due to sin and human brokenness, our experience of our sex and gender is not always that which God the Creator originally designed. We further affirm God's capacity to heal and transform our brokenness. With this foundation understanding of creation, sin, and redemption, we do not affirm the resolution of tension between one's biological sex and one's experience of gender by the adoption of a psychological identity discordant with one's birth sex, nor do we affirm attempts to change one's given biological birth sex via medication intervention in favor of the identity of the opposite sex or of an indeterminate identity. Our obligation before God is to love all persons, understanding such love in the context of the truths of God's word. In that light, we will demonstrate civility and compassion as we engage in dialogue with others on these issues, seeking to embody the gentle and patient love of Christ. We believe that all human beings are made in the image of God and therefore have dignity and worth. OHCC Statement of Faith. Even though we may disagree with some, and even though some may come under discipline for violating Oak Hills community standards for biblical living, the school says it will make institutional decisions in light of this policy regarding students' admission or retention, housing, employment, hiring, and rotation, and other related matters.